What's up everybody, how's it going? It's Burke aka Dansgo8 here and welcome back to another episode of the Final Fantasy X Pbirdman mod. This is a very important stage of the mod. It is 202 hours that I've been playing this thing. Well, much longer than that if you count some like repeat stuff that I had to do and all that business, but we are cleanly over 200 hours in this playthrough, which is insane. But we have finally made it to the final chapter of this journey. We need to defeat the Dark Aeons and Penance. That is all that there is left to do in the mod. So that's a total of 11 battles left. Now, the first one is of course going to be Dark Valefor, and as you would have seen hopefully in the previous episode, we have some new little tidbits of lore that Pbirdman has written up, which I thought was pretty cool. At the end of the last episode I said I'd chat to him about whether it's possible to make them key items. And what he told me was that there's a finite number of slots that you have for key items, so there's only this slot to the right of this one that's free, and you can't create any more. It just doesn't fit. So he's not able to add them as key items, but he's able to add them as items, and I said, well, maybe there's a way to kind of make them like useless in battle, but their scan information at the top here provides the sort of information that you need for it, if that makes sense. Because basically what these books do is they give you like a one-liner that can potentially be a hint about how to defeat the boss, so that could be very valuable. I believe we listened to 3 of them in the monster arena, and he said the ones that you listen to in the monster arena, as it stands, you only get to listen to them one time. So you'd have to make a note of what was said, otherwise you'll forget and you won't be able to get that advantage. But outside of that, there's NPCs that give you information. So every time we fight a Dark Aeon, if there's a relevant NPC that has a little bit of new dialogue for the mod, I will talk to them and we'll see what they have to say. And because it's just NPC dialogue, you can repeat that as many times as you like before the battle. So that's just some extra information about the lore. We will be seeing some more new lines as we progress, but I didn't want to give them all away at the same time. I'll just kind of check each one for the relevant episode, if that makes sense. So for now, we're having a look at Dark Valefor, and I believe Dark Valefor is one of the ones that's already been shared in the monster arena. So that's what we have so far. Okay, so things are looking slightly different from the end of the previous episode, and the main difference is the fact that Tidus now has break HP limit as well. Or, well, he already had a break HP limit armor, but he has a second one now. So what I did was to farm for some more dark matters and to create one of these. So now all 3 of my main characters, they have these. Now, one thing I think that should be interesting here is that previously, if you look at any guides for Final Fantasy X, including my own 100% walkthrough, most of the guides will tend to say, like, yes, you can use anyone that you like, but generally the most efficient trio is Riku, Wakka, and Tidus. And, well, I mean, Pbirdman's gone to some lengths to try to get people to use everybody, so give people a bit more unique celestial weapons and that kind of thing. Now, if it's a case that I can still just beat everything using Riku, Wakka, and Tidus, and there isn't really a situation where I feel like I need anybody else, maybe there's something that could be done to kind of promote the use of some other characters for the Dark Aeons, or at least for like one of the Dark Aeons or something. I feel like that's something Pbirdman's already taken into consideration, but before I actually go into any of the battles, there's no way for me to know. Like, one thing I was thinking is that maybe Riku, because she's built as such a support character really, like an item specialist, I feel like maybe her weapon should do notably less damage than Wakka and Tidus's, for example. So we have Yuna and Lulu that do noticeably less damage according to like their weapon stats, but Riku's pretty much the same as Wakka and Tidus. So maybe she needs to be nerfed a little more strength-wise so that you can't just use her to quick hit with the same efficiency as you can use these two. So that's something that's on my mind, but we'll kind of see as we go along. So that's the deal. I haven't made any more perfect armors for now. I'm going to see how I do with just those 3 characters, and we'll take it from there. Now, the most important thing that's left, stat-wise, is... Hold on, let me just show you something first. So in order to get 99 more Dark Matters, I had to beat the Ironclads again, and in doing so I got myself 40 more HP spheres. So that results in like another 12,000 HP or so, so I can push these guys over 50,000 if I cash all those in. For now, honestly, I can't be bothered like going around the grid and getting all the power spears and powering everyone up again. I'm going to see how I do with 41,000 because we are facing off against the weakest Dark Aeon first, so I'm pretty sure these stats are going to be enough. The only stat that is unlikely to be enough is, of course, luck. The final part of this equation is to do with luck. Usually you can't hit most of the Dark Aeons with any consistency if your luck is at base. And for most of these guys it is, except for Walker at 31. So that's the only thing that's worth looking into. I mean, what I will do is I'll try and sort of do the newbie lazy way out and see what happens when I fight without raising luck. And most likely what's going to happen is that I'm going to miss and I'm not going to be able to do any damage. And then we'll see if magic works, and if magic doesn't work either, then it seems like we pretty much have no choice but to start farming for some luck. And then I'll have to see how that's going to work in the mod as well. So that's what we're going to do. First of all, I am going to head to Dark Valefor and see what's in store, and then we will take it from there. So let's get a move on. I forgot to hack in items, to be honest, but hopefully I've got enough. How much do I have? Where's my healing waters? 57, that's not bad. Explosion 49, yeah, I think this will do. Especially against Dark Valefor, surely we won't need more than that. So, here we go, heading towards our first Dark Aeon battle in the series. I can finally leave the monster arena and go back to some of my favourite areas in Spira.
You're counting on you, kid.
I had an interesting thought the other day that I shared on the Discord. That I shared on my Discord with a friend, and it was the fact that Sid in Final Fantasy X calls he calls Sin Shin, and it's always been like an amusing thing for me. The final showdown with Shin. But then I thought to myself, you know what? In Japanese, doesn't Shin mean like death? And then I thought about, well, you know, it makes an awful lot of sense for Sin's name to be Shin in Japanese, because it's literally the bringer of death in Spira. And sort of all of these things click together, and it's like, shit, like, that's why it's called Sin. So, I mean, of course there is a whole element of, you know, we have to atone for our sins to make it go away according to like the Yevon teachings. But the fact that also, I don't think it's called Sin in Japanese. I think even like the main cast, they don't pronounce it as Sin. I think they pronounce it as Shin. So literally the thing is called death. It's like we called it death. I don't know if it's death or die or whatever, but I'm pretty sure Shin has something to do with death. So that was just an interesting thought and something I never really thought about the other day. And it's like, in the English dub, why is Sid the only one that calls it Shin? And I just thought that's so weird. So it's a little musing that I had. Again, one of those things like more than 15, 16 years after first playing the game, you're still just coming up with random shit. And that was enough random story to get us through Besaid. Down. Okay. Now, I'll probably swap Riku out with Auron because he's the only one that has a first strike on his Celestial, so we'll go with that. I'll give Yuna her thing back just in case. Yeah, she hasn't gone round the grid and got the MP boost. Okay, we'll just leave it like that for now. Okay, let me save here. I might have multiple attempts just to see what Dark Valefor's got and experiment with it a little bit. I guess, of course, the main thing that we don't want is to be able to defeat these guys in like 5 minutes. If that happens, then we have a problem. I think even for Dark Valefor, even though it's the easiest Dark Aeon, and in vanilla you could literally beat it with an attack reels if you had enough strength, like one move, it should surely still be a pretty formidable opponent. But we shall find out. This is all uncharted territory. Pbirdman has never seen anyone fight the Dark Aeons either. I'm sure he's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve for this one. It's going to be a bit more like those Monster Arena battles, where he used like certain tricks to make the battle more difficult and challenging, and to force you to think outside of the box. I don't think it's just going to be like beefed up Dark Aeons that have more defense, more strength if possible, more HP, and just more powerful attacks or whatever. I feel like there's got to be more to it than that, if I know Pbirdman. And after 200 hours of playing as a mod, I think I do, so let's see. Infidel! It's been a while since I heard this. Prepare to charge. Talk to the hand. Let's go. Alright. Oh, wait a minute. Hold the phone. Well, that's already a very interesting start. Dark Valefor has auto life. Sheesh. Wow. Okay. Dark Valefor with the auto. I mean, it looks super cool. It's because it's a bigger halo as well. It looks really nice. That is awesome. Okay, so we have auto life and we have auto regen as well. Turn-wise, agility-wise, we're not doing too bad because of our auto haste. We're keeping up pretty well. A couple of turns for every one of hers. That's not bad. Okay, so we'll go with the super mighty hyper whatever. It was just 2 Gambler Spirits, right? It's been a long time because of some patch stuff that Pbirdman had to work on and that kind of thing. It has been a good 3 to 4 weeks, I think, since I last played. So I'll be a bit rusty. Yeah, Mega Mighty G. Okay. So we've got auto lives of our own. And this gives us Sentinel as well, by the way. So we really reduce the damage there. But it has... But it can break through Ribbon. And... Oh, my skill is... Wait, is that for everybody? It's the Nestslug trick. So this is going to be like a greatest hits of the tricks that he's come up with in the Monster Arena. Damn. Okay, so I think the first thing I will check is previously at 255 strength you could blitz out Dark Valefor with a single attack reels. Let's see how we do now. But yeah, the ribbon busting darkness is one of those things where I guess... Oh, he's got like auto shield sort of thing. Wow. Ooh, like, okay, even if it was 5,000 a hit, that's 60,000. And it healed like 7,000 afterwards. So there you go. If you're expecting to cheese it with attack reels, you are not going to be able to do that. Yeah, so it's after you get hit, you lose skill. Let's try and get 5 aims in just to see if that's going to help at least Waka to hit. So normally one thing that you would do is, oh, 22,000. How are we going to do any kind of big damage to this thing? Good grief. So normally what you do in this situation is if you can't hit it, you would use your overdrives to do all the big damage instead. But you're seeing how well it's protecting against those overdrives, so that's not really an option either. So it pretty much looks like you have to get your luck up. Now this used to do quad 9 maximum. 13, 14,000. Okay, we're handling that pretty well. And I guess it all depends how much damage we do if our physical attack hits. If we're only doing like 20,000 damage and it's healing almost all of that, then we're in big trouble. So really got to use your head with these. So bear in mind at the moment I haven't brought up the book thing. Like the... Oh, wait a minute. So the book gives you like a hint on what to do against these bosses. We don't even necessarily know which one's which. I mean, obviously I assume Valefor to be the wind one because it's got like sonic wings and stuff. But I don't remember exactly what the quote was. So I think those books are going to come in more handy than we might have imagined originally. So just taking it easy for now. This is just to feel it out. Wait, it missed? Oh, is that some sort of special, like... It's a darkness that can't be healed by, like, conventional means? Okay. That was odd. Now, let's try another one. Let's try something like... Should I try Energy Rain? Just to see if I can get, like, max damage. You can see my overdrive gauge isn't going up much either here. So spamming overdrive doesn't look that likely. He probably changes your overdrive mode for the battle. 29,000. Still not great. Now. Okay, finally a hit. 82,000. So with 5 times aim and 30 luck, Waka's able to make a hit. That's important. That's important. And he still hits for 82, which is very good. But is that a counter-attack? Oh, I need to look again to see if we've got counter-attack. Let's see. Oh, he's still missed. That's not good. 14,000. Yeah, I think only having one person that can make the hit is probably not going to work. Let's try some magic. It probably heals from Holy. I don't trust that. I'm just going to fire off an ultimate just to see. The auto life is extremely interesting. I mean, wow, only 2,900. That is some magic defense. I know shield reduces damage by like a factor of 4, but that's just whoa. So no magic for you in this battle. I guess it's worth trying. I mean, I'm pushing the overdrive up every time I try to make a hit, but one thing I will do: stamina tonic and heal. We don't know how much damage Energy Blast is going to do. I have a feeling it's not going to be like 99,000 damage. It might be something we can survive. So I can't do the bombardment quite yet, but we'll get there. Okay. And no counterattack, by the way. So I'm going to get my HP up about as high as I can here, and then see if I can make a few more hits. Okay, that should be enough. Let's go. Okay, there's another one. And no counterattack, so that's a good sign. I'm just wondering, is it worth trying to hit here? I think it is, and we'll take the overdrive on the next turn. There you go, she got it. So 5 times aim is still extremely useful, as you can see. But very curious to know how much HP it has. It used to be 800,000. Okay. Alright, let's have that overdrive now. I mean, these characters, aside from luck, they're about as beefed up as they can be. And attack reels did 60,000 damage, so... And it has auto regen. So this is definitely way, way, way harder than vanilla. Oof, okay. We did survive though, that's good. Did survive. You probably need like 99 healing waters every battle. And well, the trouble is it's healing at about a minimum of 7,500 every time. So I think Waka's got to hit every time regardless. He got his skill back, by the way, after Energy Blast. Ah. Okay. I think the hardest hit we took was about 14,000, so I think we should probably keep the pressure up after this. Okay, here we go. Thankfully, when we do make a connection, we're doing a lot of damage, but as you can see, this is not ideal. I mean, you do want more luck than what I've got. And we're starting to miss so often that I'm wondering, has something changed after that Energy Blast? Maybe not. Yeah, it's still mighty evasive. The good news is that usually Ifrit and Ixion aren't evasive, so I might be able to take those guys down, potentially. I'm gonna wait this one out. Getting the criticals in as well. I think we took about 50,000 damage. 55. So I think after this we should be fine. Again, because of that auto regen, you just can't play around. You're always losing ground. Yeah, I don't think this is the best idea right now. It feels like we'll probably get locked into a stalemate where it won't be able to kill us and we won't be able to kill it. But yeah, if even Waka's missing consistently, then we're not going to get there. Too evasive. Okay, at least we've got a nice idea of how this battle works. I think it's definitely one that we can overcome. And I guess we have to defeat it twice. It's probably going to come back with 25% of its HP. So it's just that, to me, I read this auto life as it basically has 25% more HP. I don't see it as anything more than that. The only time it could get really weird is if it has like auto life, if that makes sense, like the one that you have when you fight Yevon, and there's some trick to get it to remove this auto life, then things get very interesting. And I mean, that could definitely be the case. It's Pbirdman we're talking about here. Anything can happen. You see, now we're starting to hit consistently, hit twice in a row now. Very weird. Yeah, Tidus is the next accurate, so the next most accurate, so let's just go. Yeah, I think it's only Waka that has any sort of, even like a 20% chance, 30% chance of hitting it. But to be honest, when we do hit, I think we're hitting enough that we're out damaging the regen, so I'm inclined to stick with it for now. Just so I can see how this auto life plays out. Yeah, I guess the protect wore off. Waka can hit still. No. Nope. I'm gonna try and buy myself as many turns as I can here. And then a healing water should keep me above the threshold. Then again, we get... I need to check the dispels. I haven't been checking that. We could get wiped out. We had some like armor breaker stuff last time, but it hasn't happened. Okay. Right, let's go. Even if I can land like 3 or 4 hits between every overdrive, that's not bad. Nope. I will run out of healing water soon though. this rate. Okay, it's another one. That's a shame. Okay. So again, when it comes to luck, this is just to show you guys the absolute bare minimum and is it possible or not. I mean, I'm curious myself, so that's why I wanted to try it like this. I think if you just go in and max your luck, it's another one of those things where it depends on how much you want to challenge yourself, really. If you can't be bothered and you just want easier battles, then definitely up the luck. This is the kind of stage where, because you can hit it to some extent, it's like, it's kind of worth trying anyway. If you couldn't hit it at all, then obviously then you're just wasting your time, but that's what I mean. I mean, we could get this done. It seems like overdrive-wise, there's nothing really too much of value here for me. I'm better off just trying to make the hit. Okay. The only thing I'm thinking is Riku's, like, I keep forgetting what it's called, that final potion or something, the one that heals everybody for max HP and it can break the healing, like the cap. I'm trying to remember, did I use 4 aims or 5? Maybe I used 4? I'll get Riku to use aim again, just one more time. Okay. There you go. That's a nice big chunk. There you go. Now we're talking. And I think the break MP limit is really working well for us here. Lots of chances of getting quick hit and anything else we need. Still over 1,000. But look how consistently we're hitting now after that. It was just one more aim. It should give you like a 1 out of 15 more chance of hitting each time. It's interesting. I'm going to try and steal. I just want to see what it has. Elixir times 2. I thought maybe it's got the Pbirdman one. I don't think it's worth trying to hit at the moment. It's just... We haven't used many X potions, so I'm going to quick pocket an X potion a few times just to save a bit on some healing waters. I'm wondering if Pbirdman should consider nerfing quick pockets a bit, but I mean it's costs enough MP that it's only at the very, very late stages and with break MP limit they're starting to become super handy, so probably not, I think. Just gonna go for it. Oh. But you can see with the quick hits you really just like basically double your turns almost. I think now I'll switch back to healing waters. How many do I have? 39. I think we'll manage. I mean, once I get those 3 overdrives, I'm just going to entrust to Riku and get her to use the big potion. So I just need to hang on till then. But it's weird, it comes and goes. Like you hit for 3 times in a row, then you don't hit for 5. See what I mean? It's very weird. This game's RNG has always been funky. Even Riku's hit like twice. But now she can't hit either. It's gone now. There you go. Nope. See, Walker's missed 3 times in a row now, or 4. Now this is bad because we have to get rid of brakes. Okay, I think it's only Titus. Yep. That's good. I mean, again, we're not hitting enough here to... It's healing 14,000 every time. We have to hit it like once every 5 turns or so. Or we're in trouble. There you go. I just need Riku to get that full overdrive. Because it takes a long time, I don't want to entrust and waste like 70% of a Riku overdrive here. There you go. Come on, one more. One more. Yes, okay. Still don't have that overdrive yet. I've still got the MP, I'm just going to keep myself in the game here. Depending on the moves used, I think she'll have an overdrive after the next Dark Valefor overdrive, so that will be okay. So it's going to be a few turns of this here. But I mean, the fact that the first out of 10 Dark Aeons I have to fight is already of this caliber, I think that's a very positive sign. I mean, if I didn't come in here with my 3 break HP limit armors and auto haste, then I wasn't going to get very far at all. So you really do need like the best of the best to get to this stage. Just thinking, if Titus didn't have his perfect armor either, yeah, it was going to be very tough. You'd have to just keep reviving him all the time. I think you'd probably still be okay, but the problem would be he'd lose 5 times aim. You couldn't keep him buffed, so that'll be an added issue. Damn, energy raise not good. I just want to kill it one time to see that auto life. I mean, I'm curious about even what the animation looks like. Also, 2 arm raise. I think I might not attack it for this round, so I can heal up. But then again, while I do that, Valefor is healing up. I think I'll let Waka have a hit in a minute. Yeah, 22,000. I've got to keep that in check. Go. So I won't attack this time. And then I'll have more attacks before the next overdrive comes, hopefully. But really burning through those healing waters now. So much so that I'm just like, should I start using some other stuff while I wait? It doesn't seem like you really benefit much from like Protect or Shell in this battle, so that's something at least. Okay, hopefully it's not Energy Ray here. Good. That's about an ideal outcome. Now we need to get some hits in. Good. I can't imagine. I'm trying to look at it now. It hasn't. It slumps when it has less than half of its HP. I don't think it's slumping yet. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I think it's pretty obvious when it starts to slump, so I don't think it's there. But I can't imagine he's gone and given it like 5 million HP. I feel like that's unlikely. Because we still need some sort of build-up, because, I mean, remember how much more difficult Dark Bahamut was than Dark Valefor. We still need progression here. So if he just goes all in from the first Dark Aeon, then it's not going to work. So. But this is good. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. See, now we're on a hot streak where we're just hitting it over and over again. Unless there's a mechanic at play here or something, like when it has a full overdrive or something, or like when it's shielding, the evasion drops. I think that might be what's happening actually. I think its wings are... I haven't noticed that before properly. Its wings are closed round, I believe, now. I might be talking out my ass, but... Okay. But I mean, it's just so strange. I get like 4 hits in a row. It's shielding. You can literally see it shielding. Okay. You see, it was just a fluke. I just hit it 3-4 times in a row for some reason, and now it's back to usual. It's very strange. Come on, Riku Overdrive. Ah, still not there. Fine. Okay, we've got enough MP just to keep doing what we've been doing, and we've got 10 Mega Elixirs. So, I think we'll manage. Okay. I think if an energy ray comes, she should have a full overdrive, so that's good. Nope. Gone back to not being able to hit again. There we go. I mean, the amount of damage we're able to do is definitely good, because it does cancel out a lot of that auto healing, and we remain in the positive, so I'm not overly worried about the auto regen. Okay, mental break for you, the rest of us are fine. I don't know if he's able to adjust the animation so that the Dark Aeons don't slump when they're below 50%, so you just don't know. It's possible. Okay, again, let's not attack here. Give ourselves the maximum number of turns. Oof, 22,000. Okay. You know what? Screw it. If I could have made that hit, it would have been worth it. But there you go. Because we've got a 51,000, I'm not going to risk it. Okay. Excellent. Come on. Right, now I should be able to heal fully. One thing I'm curious about, I've never used a Riku mix to generate a Mega Elixir. I'm just curious, it's in the description it says it restores all allies' HP and MP to full. I would assume that this can also break the damage/healing limit, so let's give it a go. Because we are in need of some MP soon. I literally can't remember ever mixing this before. Recommended combination, antidote plus map is what it says. Do I even have a bunch of maps? I might not have brought any. Okay. Let's have a look at this. If it doesn't heal above quad 9, yeah, then it's not ideal. So the whole, you know, the Final Fantasy wiki saying restores all allies HP and MP to full, that's not a good idea. It's because as soon as you break the damage limit, that goes out the window. So then we have Super Elixir, which cures abnormal state space and fully heals all allies MP and HP. We'll try that one too next time. These are just mixes I've literally never had to use in my playthrough, so I'm just not that familiar with them. And I also almost never use break HP limit either. So when you combine those two things together, I've got very little experience with a lot of Riku's mixes. Okay, still getting the damage in though. We must have made some decent progress at this stage. Okay, let's quick pockets again. It's definitely been a resource drain, but hanging in. Okay, no quick hit. It's fine. See, now we're getting the damage in again. I think I'll do the entrust nice and early here. So I mean, the fact that this battle's possible kind of hinges on the fact that I can use 5 times aim, and I have enough HP that people don't get KO'd. If those two things couldn't happen, then I would have had to have given up by now. Okay, I'm just gonna wait. No breaks, right? Okay. Just so we all do maximum damage if we can hit. Let's do it one more time. Okay. But this time we're still going to go for it anyway. Nice. Yeah, we don't need to heal again anyway. Oh, we did it! Okay, so we got the first kill. Mac 04. Ooh, okay. Puts everyone to sleep. So these are the tricks going on here. Look at that. Oh, that's pretty gangster. I like that. So this will wake us up. So if you weren't ready for this, if you didn't have the big HP and the auto life and all that stuff, it came back with what I assume is 25%, and then it got a bunch of auto regen in as well. And we stay asleep. Oh wait, no, we don't. Okay. So it healed pretty big as well. Wow. Okay, let's have a look here. I have a feeling Super Elixir is going to be the same problem. It's only going to go quad 9, but Final Elixir. Let's just try the Final Elixir, why not? For Final Elixir we need an X potion and you can use a level 1 key sphere. There's a whole bunch of things you can use, but level 1 key sphere kind of sticks out to me. So let's just use that. See what it does. There you go. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So now, hopefully, the second round I should be able to get things done even more quickly. Okay, let's get it. And hopefully I should be able to defeat my first Dark Aeon within my first attempt. Aha, now we have a Sonic Wing stage. That's really good. 2601. Yeah, that caused some minor delay, for sure. That's cool. Not a lot of damage, but delay nonetheless. Also, does it cause a break of any kind? No, it's good. It should be interesting. I was wondering where Sonic Wings has gone. And it still takes away your skill. Oh, okay. Wow. It's doing it again? Come on. Okay, right. There we go. So I defeated Dark Valefor, the first Dark Aeon win of the Pbirdman mod. What did we get? Dark Matsu, Marsphere, Abraxas, and the High Spirits.
Stay away from the summoner! You're a bad man!
Oh, I missed that line. Yeah! Alright, there we go. So the first Dark Aeon win of the Pbirdman mod. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was cool. I mean, I was very surprised that it came back with such little HP. I would have assumed 25%, because that's what happens when your characters come back with auto life. So it came back with the auto life, and then it got at least like 10, 15, 20 auto regens in, and I still took it out with 2 moves afterwards. That was the only bit that confused me a little bit. But other than that, I think that was really good. I mean, when you think about it, if you look at the stats on the left, I still took about 14,000 damage from Energy Ray, and I took over 50,000 damage from Energy Blast. So unless you have these sort of stats, and you need a minimum of about 25,000-30,000 HP and break HP limit to do what I just did, and that's obviously something that's literally very, very end level stuff. So I think for Dark Valefor that was a very promising start. Luck wise, I guess it's obviously up to Pbirdman. I'm just wondering, should he, since Dark Ifrit and Dark Ixion are low evasion, well, they were in vanilla, is it worth making Valefor slightly higher evasion just to sort of make it a little more difficult? Because if I could hit it maybe 20% less, I would have to give up and go get some luck. But other than that, I think it was pretty cool. The Mach 04 ability was nice, and I like what it tried to do, but probably didn't do enough damage, because it's following it up with something like Energy Blast anyway. If it only does like 5,000 damage, then that's probably not enough. So maybe that can do like over quad 9, so if you try to come in without break HP limit, it takes you out possibly, or like 8,000, 9,000, something like that. So those are the main things I'd probably say to consider for now. Other than that, I think it was pretty good. If I'm really nitpicky, just again as food for thought, because I want to try and just offer as much insight as possible, even if it's not always the best ideas, but maybe Energy Blast carrying an extra status, so it has breaks with it, but maybe causing some sort of poison or curse, maybe something like that. I think that could also be interesting. If he really wants to fuck with players, I guess he could introduce Doom. So maybe like the physical attack has Doom attached to it, and it's on like a 5 or 10 counter. That way you have people dying and they lose their 5 times aim, and you have to do it all over again. So these are the sort of initial thoughts that I have. And yeah, in general I think it was like a 8 out of 10 for me, because I know, you know, again, I'm trying my best to think about it in context of what Valefor is, how easy it was in vanilla, and the fact that it's supposed to be the easiest Dark Aeon, and we're going to work our way up towards Penance. I think it was like an 8.5 out of 10, 8.59 out of 10. But you might see a few little extra tricks in the public release version, I think. So there we go. That is Dark Valefor, my friends. I think what I'll do here, it's been nearly an hour. I think, so that I can keep this to one episode and it's not too short, I think there's something I want to check out. We are going to need luck. It's just one of those things where, yes, we beat Dark Valefor, but it was by the skin of our teeth. We can beat Ixion and Ifrit without luck usually, but it might be different in the Pbirdman mod, of course, we don't know yet. But even if we defeat those two, Then once we get to Dark Shiva and Dark Ixion, Dark Bahamut, Dark Anima, Dark Magus Sisters, once we get to that sort of level, then luck raising is pretty much guaranteed. You just need it. So let's have a look at how easy or difficult it is to farm luck now. It was one of the most like aggravating things to do, and I've never farmed luck to like maximum in any playthrough I did. Thankfully, generally I think it was like around 80 or so is enough, as long as you use like aim and stuff for the hardest ones, it gets you through. So we'll have a look. I'm guessing that because I do have these stats, surely it's not going to be too bad to defeat Earth Eater and Greater Sphere, because I'm just at this stage I'm just OP. So let's have a look. Which one was it? I think it was this one. So I guess the good thing is that they're in the same battle. I guess it's both good and bad. If you're at low levels, then it's a bad thing, but if you're at higher levels, I guess it's good to just have them both in the same battle. I don't know, we'll see. It's even been a while since I fought these guys. Okay, damage received was very low, and we hit back for max damage, so I'm pretty confident here. Let's take out Greater Sphere first again. And these counters are going to be pretty useless, so that's fine. At least we can get our overdrive ready for the next Dark Aeon as well. So I think it... Oof, how much HP did he give it? I think it might still be the same, potentially. Or like slightly more, like 1.8 million, something like that. So it shouldn't take too long. Yeah, that drain touch is pretty useless at this stage. Unless you have armor break, of course. Ah, shit, that again. Damn it. Then again, we've got a lot of MP now, so maybe we can just holy. Yeah, that's a weak source. So it doesn't seem too bad. It's just, again, of course, it's time, but at least the battle itself, I really don't think it's going to be something that's going to challenge people at this stage. Ah, shit, it healed from it. So yeah, I guess depending on what it chooses when it does Game Changer, then the battle can drag on. I might just start going after this guy while I wait. Yeah, and then once I'm done with this, I'll probably have to save, get the items back, and then get a move on. And then come back for Dark Ifrit in the next session. Of course, got to make sure we overkill them. I don't think they have particularly high overkill things, but we should be fine. Obviously, poison becomes a much bigger problem when you're in when you have break HP. That 25% will wreck you. Okay, continue finishing this one off. I think it does Meteor when it gets back up, but that's not... It shouldn't be able to harm us, really. I think we can take Greater Sphere out before the next set turns. Just Waka getting picked on. So much so that I'll just give a bit of that. Okay. So yeah, at least with the stats and the setup that I have, luck farming is pretty safe. It's not particularly quick, it never has been, and I guess it never will be, but it's not bad. I guess I'm curious to see how many luck spheres he even gives. Does he one thing I've always asked him to try and do is if something takes a long time to farm, give us a few extra spheres to kind of compensate for the time. And generally he's done that, but with luck maybe he's more stingy. Luck is like one of those things that it's a rite of passage. If you want to farm luck, you can't have the easy way out. So this is going to be the nastiest part of the battle, potentially. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I thought it was Meteor, but I guess it's Mega Flare. Yeah, this was a shock the first time. If it still takes us out, I've got to take my hat off to that. Okay, it doesn't break the damage limit, that's fine. But this is going to be nasty. That is going to be nasty. Wow. That's where break HP limit fucks you up. So there you go. There was me thinking it was easy. I guess it's one of those combination of turn situations. You've got to keep track of what it can potentially use. Yeesh. That was not good. So I guess what I'll do is I'll put it into 2.5 times speed here. Throwing caution to the wind with having it sink. So this is times 2.5 speed. So hydraulic press now becomes actually the most dangerous move in this battle, so we really have to just work on Greater Sphere. Oh god. Okay. So they're in a phase where they're covering for each other. So Game Changer is a very interesting mechanic. It really can influence the battle in very different ways. Oh god, I had cursor memory. This has been a bad start. But yeah, you've got to be careful. Hydraulic press, I think, is like 93.75% of your maximum HP. So it's really not playing around. You can't take risks. Wow. No game changers here, right? Oh, okay. So I swear it didn't use Game Changer. I don't know. Whatever. So anytime you drop below, like, I think it was 35,000 or something, and you know that it has a turn next, just in case you get a hydraulic press. Oh god. Let's see. Okay, I can still hit it, that's good. Oh, this is a bad combination. But you can see how much Demi strains the emulation. It's always been that move that slows it down massively. Look at that. Doesn't matter how powerful your system is, it's just the coding or something, I guess. It always makes it very difficult. When you're at 2.5 times speed, sometimes even just selecting moves is not easy. The cursor just moves too fast. Okay, thankfully I can still damage it. Come on, die, you little shit. Nah, it just won't die. I'm worried that stupid hydraulic press is going to happen again. So yes, I take back what I said before. Luck farming is not easy. Oh god. It's time consuming. You can see even with 2.5 times speed I'm struggling, and it's got auto regen now. God damn. I'm still gonna focus on this guy. But maybe you can't get an overkill with this, so I have to be careful. Sheesh. Yeah, this is not good. I just wanted to game change again. And I don't know in what phase it uses hydraulic press. Or does it only use it when... Oh, I was going to say, there you go. There's that auto life. Oof. Because I'm not like trying to be too strategic about this, it's just... There you go. Wow. I'm getting wrecked. What the hell? Guys, I just beat Dark Valefor. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? I beat Dark Valefor and I can't beat fucking Greater Sphere. When it starts hydraulic pressing, things get nasty, man. God damn. And how much it must have more HP than I remember as well. Because that thing, I hit that thing up a lot in the last one and it just was still alive. Sheesh. I guess... was it protected against hydraulic press? I'm trying to remember. I think I'll just auto life to start with, just so I don't have to think about it. At least I know that once it uses the first hydraulic press, it will use it again on the next one. So prep myself like this and then just get going. So I'm trying to refine my own luck farming strategy for you guys. You're seeing it on the fly. Trying to figure out ways where I can still pretty much just spam attack and not have to get too strategic with it or waste too many resources. And still be fast. Yeah, so last time it started using Ultima, that's when it hydraulic pressed, but then it was immune to physical, so... Well, this has turned into a juicier battle than Dark Valefor. If you want to just steamroll these guys, it's not as easy as it looks. Just that one hydraulic press move is just... it's really... giving me a hard time. I guess one thing I will say is that this battle just gets more and more difficult the more HP you have. If you're at quad 9 and you have auto potion, it's much easier. So to that end, I think I will do a bit of this. At least it's easier for him to survive hydraulic press when that happens. Does he have anything with auto haste? Yeah, he doesn't. So I don't want to give up auto haste, I'm just going to keep going. But you can see the thing just won't die. Auto regen. What a nasty bugger. Look at how fast it is now as well. What on earth? This guy just gone ballistic. Just doesn't die. Yeah, I've not been keeping count of how many times I've hit it, but it has been a lot. There you go, finally. And of course a meteor's end, Titus dies, yep. But from here on, surely it's smooth sailing. Surely. But yeah, I guess you've got to have your wits about you. If it's only going to give you like 1 or 2 luck / fortune spheres every time, then I think I'm going to have to protest at that. Because I'm playing at 2.5 times speed, and you know, it's still taking me like 5-10 minutes, and that's too long. Yeah, now you have to watch all of the flare animations. But I do have a feeling Earth Eater should be fine. Because it doesn't have like a threatening move. They can take us all out. Yeah, Titus gets taken out here, but it should be fine. I am curious though when I'm editing to see how many minutes this has taken. And it's got really good defense, so once your HP starts falling, you start doing below maximum damage pretty quick. Okay. There you go. That final earthquake is super random, but there you go. Now, this is the important part. 3-3. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can dig that because... But then again... Okay, hold on. Let me slow it back down. It's just... Oh, that's so much better. Okay. Let me just break this down. Luck Sphere I think is fine, but Fortune Sphere we need more because, remember, we have to get everybody. So you need like... I think you need like double the Fortune Spheres at least, I think. Luck Sphere, you're going to plant one and then everyone's going to benefit from the same one, so that's fine. But Fortune Spheres, I mean, let's do some maths here. I mean, let's say you want to go from 20 luck to 80 luck for 3 characters. That's going to be 60 each. That's going to need 15 spheres each. And so that's going to be 45 spheres. So that means you'd have to defeat these guys, well, at least one of these guys 15 times. So that's, yeah, it's not the end of the world, but it's like maybe it should be a little better. I think if it were me, I'd double. I'd give 6 Fortune Spheres and 3 Luck Spheres. So let's have a look at that before I end things. Yeah, these guys are all grouped together anyway, and I was just breaking locks as well. Okay. Must have some spheres lying around from before. I've got 7 luck spheres. I guess the choice for me at this stage is, do I want to cash in on that final chunk of HP or not? I think I'll leave it for now. When I need it, it's there, so I'll ignore it for now. 1, 2. I think for now I won't activate them with Riku, just to give Titus and Waka the advantage because they're more attacking than she is. And well, Waka's already at a better start point, so he'll benefit even more. That's good. Break this as well. These are much easier to come by. Okay, he's up to 43. I'm going to give the rest to Titus because he has a lower start than Waka does. But it shouldn't be too bad. Okay. So there we go, that's a little start. 38, 43, and Riku's still at base. So yeah, I mean, next session I'll pick it up from here. I won't do any more like stats or farming or anything like that. I'll just replenish the X potions and all the usual stuff, and then I will return and we will take on Dark Ifrit and see what we can do. So thank you everybody for watching. I will see you soon. Take care.
from the summoner!